Hi, I'm Matthaeus. Welcome to Last Resort Repair and Recreation, episode 20. We weren't able to film an episode last week because we had to change the schedule, didn't have time to fit it in. But we're back, and it's great to be back. And I had a couple of things to mention. It was very synchronistic. The last episode, Ralph was talking about how the claim of the Roman Catholic Church, only every soul on earth. And what was interesting is on exopolitics.com there was a posting of a video by a man named Santos Bonacci, and showed a video of him talking about that exact topic after Ralph was just reading about it. And the article I'm reading is they mention it too. So I found that very synchronistic, which was good. That information is getting out there, and hopefully people will get on the bandwagon and challenge that and say, no, I own myself, nobody owns me. Create your own name, become your own individual. It's all about independent and free-thinking minds. Okay, I had an article. I've got an article here. Oh, and Jay Parker has a new show called Matrix Warriors. I tried to look for it online, but I couldn't find it. But the episode that we listened to was from WhatOnEarthIsHappening.com, Mark's latest interview, and that was a good one. So check that out. It's good information. Okay, I'm going to start off with a poem, and then another poem that Kaigan wanted me to read because she didn't think she read it very well. Okay, this one is called The New Reality. We are the co-creators of the new reality, and no one's going to tell us who we ought to be. We are independent thinkers with independent minds, and the matrix that was is no more. We have left it all behind. And here's the one Kaigan wanted me to read. It's called Manifested Mind. Each and every planet is a manifested mind. Earth is the mind of Creator Source, the one we seek to find. When we search within and find ourselves, we overcome remorse and come to find Earth is the mind of our creative force. We're coming to know that as a whole collective being, a whole collective, us, everybody, creators and ideas and everything, I believe that we manifested Earth. And we came down to have an experience on that which we manifested. Even if we don't remember, because when you incarnate, you lose your memory issue. Because when you incarnate, you go into lower density, and you go from being a spirit being to a human in a body. And since you're in that lower density, you forget that who you were before. But when you meditate and get in touch with your inner self, you learn who you were before. You learn about your past lives and why you came here. And I know for sure that we're here to develop memory, so humanity doesn't lose its memory when it incarnates anymore. So we don't repeat our mistakes or get stuck in that loop. And that's why the religious system and the government is put in place to keep people held back and asleep. You gotta go in yourself, your inner thoughts, your mind, that belongs to you, and you have a right to know who you were. And you were part of the creation of this world as a whole collective. And we came down because we wanted to experience what we created. So it's your right to eat. Everyone should be allowed to eat something. Nobody should be starving. Nobody should be struggling to pay for food. It's insane. Like I always said before, we should all have some kind of a way of having an equal trading and whatever you want to call it. Some kind of, not because we don't like currency, we hate money, but something that where people all get a certain amount and it's equal, and then people can do what they came here to do. And we came here to make it better. We came here to bring down their system of crap and make it better. Okay. I'm going to go back to this article now. This article is from in5d.com. It's called Religithexia. Where is it? The world's largest mental... Religion gives us the world's largest mental disorder, Religithexia, by Greg Prescott. Okay. We left off on the part that says, heal yourself. When the richest people in the world die, they take with them the only thing they have ever truly owned, their soul. Because of a decree written by Pope Nicholas V in 1455, the Roman Catholic Church owns everything. Even what you think you might own, such as your car, house, or even the pair of shoes you are wearing, belongs to the Roman Catholic Church and their twisted minds. I can tell you right now, I don't belong to that piece of shit, because I was created by my Creator, and you can't take that away. If you have a creative imagination, you can create your own characters. Do it. It's very important. Create characters that fight for what you're fighting for, and are trying to work for what you're working for. And you can use that and teach people through your characters, because sometimes people are very shy and don't like to put themselves on the spot. But if you go through your character, you can express yourself. At least that's how my own master does it best. That's what she does for her great work through us. And nobody owns me except for her. Healing begins with knowledge. Baptism is forced upon a child without the child's knowledge of what this ritual is all about. Christians will tell you that baptism is viewed as becoming part of the family, then growing into the belief that Jesus Christ has accepted you. So where did this ritual come from? Just like all Christian holidays, baptism has pagan origins, coming from the influences of Baal worship. It is claimed that the world's obelisk literally means Baal's shaft or Baal's organ of reproduction. Masonic and occult symbols illustrated by Dr. Kathy Burns, page 341 in the Bible, Jeremiah 19:5. It states, they have built also in the high places of Baal to burn their sons with fire for burnt offerings unto Baal, which I commanded not, nor spake it, neither came it to my mind. So in essence, baptism is a sacrifice to Baal, just like what is reportedly being done at the Bohemian Grove rituals in California each year. The origins of circumcision date back to the Egyptians over 5,000 years ago, and while it is not clear why they did this ritual, it is believed that it was performed as a sacrificial rite. The 9th edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica discussed circumcision as a religious rite among Jews, Muslims, ancient Egyptians, and several tribal people. Like other bodily mutilations, it is of the nature of a representative sacrifice. The principle of substitution was familiar to all ancient nations, and not least to the ownership of human life. Not least to the Israelites. The principle of substitution was familiar to all ancient nations, and not least to the Israelites. On this principle, circumcision was an economical recognition of the divine ownership of human life, a part of the body being sacrificed to preserve the remainder. By 1910, the 11th edition of the entry was reversed. This surgical operation, which is commonly prescribed for purely medical reasons, is also an initiation or religious ceremony among Jews and Mohammedans. Suddenly, circumcision is primarily a medical procedure, and only after that a religious rite. The entry explains that in recent years the medical profession has been responsible for its considerable extension among other than Jewish children for reasons of health. These are just a couple of examples of questions that many Christians never seem to ask, while wallowing in subservience, control, and conformity of the church. Truth is knowledge, and knowledge is power. Hidden in plain sight. In 1455, the First Testamentary Church was created by Pope Nicholas V, which basically states that the Roman Catholic Church has laid claim to all of your real estate. You cannot own anything that has a title, because the Roman Catholic Church has already claimed ownership to it. You can't own it anyways, nor became the Roman Catholic Church because everything can be eventually broken down into molecules, and these molecules are owned by the Creator. Fact. The Crusades never ended. Virtually every war is a sacrifice to the evil entity known as the Roman Catholic Church in their quest for complete domination of the world. This is the Church's eugenics program that has been going on for thousands of years and continuing today with numerous global wars coupled with fluoridated water, pharmaceuticals, and genetically modified foods. The Roman Catholic Church knows exactly who the Antichrist is when it looks at itself in the mirror, and those people who follow the Roman Catholic Church are in essence following the Antichrist. Steven Spielberg couldn't have written such a twisted script for Hollywood. Mr. Spock once said, "The insane are sane in an insane society." In other words, if you're not religious, then surely you must be insane, according to the Roman Catholic Church. Denial. The most difficult part of anyone's treatment will be facing the truth and how they have been lied to for millennia. Pastors and priests will try to justify their positions as clergy by reiterating non-provable rhetoric that has absolutely no empirical data to back it up. If you ask them about a timeline, they will tell you that time was recorded differently back then. If you ask them about the existence of anything beyond the creation of the Bible, which dates mankind's existence to approximately 4000 BC, they will tell you nonsense, just as God is testing you with those dinosaur bones. Your Christian family and friends will also try to justify their beliefs, telling you that the church provides morals while doing good deeds for the community. Do you really need a church to be a good person? And why can't people do good things for one another without a church? It is in this therapist's opinion to heal yourself through knowledge. The truth is being exposed, so take the time to do your own research, Gandhi once stated. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. Seek out that truth and stand by it no matter what anyone else thinks. If you have questions, ask them until you get an answer that is suitable, even if it contradicts what popular opinion might dictate. We have been brainwashed for thousands of years, and now is the time to sort out the truth. What we've got here is failure to communicate. It's painful to watch people being lied to, and even more so when they justify their outdated beliefs. You can provide a plethora of empirical data that proves how religion is all about subservience, control, and conformity, but they will either listen with deaf ears or they will justify their beliefs based on hearsay or faith. As evidenced by a multitude of near-death experiences, there are no pearly gates and no religious figures to greet you once you die. You judge yourself in a panoramic 360-degree view, and then you judge yourself through the eyes of everyone you have encountered in your life. The same goes for other religions. After death or martyrdom, Muslims do not have sex with 72 virgins. How did I get here? Everyone is born with unique gifts and talents. One of my gifts is being able to successfully work with at-risk youth. Since I was a teen, children seemed to gravitate to me for some unknown reason. As a father of a 20-year-old daughter, I've noticed that my daughter has this gift as well. As a child and family therapist for at-risk youth, I have successfully worked with many children and parents in helping them attain equilibrium within their relationship with one another. I wrote a patent-pending program designed to help families who are at risk of dissolution, breaking up, for children who are at risk, for children who are going through the reunification process, being reunited with parents after being placed in a foster home, and for parents in need of parenting classes. The program works with every person despite differences in race, ethnicity, or religious background or lack of. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that kind of got off topic. I didn't notice. It was called, try looking at religion from a different perspective. What would your religious beliefs be if you incarnated into a part of the world where the recurrent religion isn't predominant? What makes one religion any better than the other? Why do Christians believe the only way to heaven is through salvation from Jesus Christ? Does the Christian God only love Jesus? What happened to souls before Jesus? It seems like the origins of prejudice have come from religion. Here's another example. Imagine if a UFO landed in your backyard. Do you honestly think the ET would be carrying a Bible with him? Realizing that their fictitious fairy tale is about to be exposed, Pope Benedict XVI astronomer stated, "The Catholic Church welcomes aliens." Really? On what day did the Christian God create aliens? In an article written on September 17, 2010, senior Vatican astronomer Brother Guy Casamongo said he would welcome aliens into his church and would be happy to baptize them. It's pretty sad to see how the Vatican believes they can convert ETs to Christianity. What's even scarier is that they have tried to convert the rest of the world through war and corruption. Ask yourself this: why does the Vatican own many of the world's most powerful telescopes, including the one with the acronym Lucifer? We have all heard about the false prophet line of crap. The Bible conveniently mentions false prophets 17 times. Okay, I'm running out of time. I'm almost done with that, but I'm going to close out with a poem. So, here's a really good poem. It's a good poem to leave everyone with after that. I will finish that article next week, and here is the poem. It's called Kingdom Come. You begin to create heaven on earth when you no longer wait for the sun, because that is the moment you'll realize that together we are Kingdom Come. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week.